Hi, thanks for joining me. This is Angie at Chicken Scratch. These are the projects we're making today. We're actually going to be making 8 cards and a bag. And we're using 1 sheet of Designer Series paper. So here's the sheet that we're using. And then this is our template. So this is simply 1 sheet template number 10. Okay? So the first thing we're going to do is get out the Stampin' Trimmer and we're going to cut. To make the bag, you need a piece of the Designer Series paper that measures 6 by 12. So that's going to be our first cut, is at 6 inches. So we're going to set this aside for the bag. And then now we're going to make 1 cut at 3 inches. Make sure this is straight here. Now we have 2 pieces that measure 3 inches. We're going to take these 2 pieces and we're going to cut them down to measure 3 by 2 3/4. So 2 3/4. So that's the only scraps out of the 12 by 12 sheet of Designer Series paper. Now we're going to take our solid sheets. You're going to need 4 pieces of crushed curry. These are the full sheets. So you get 2 out of a sheet, 2 cards. So we've got 4 of those for our card bases. We've got 2 sheets of the basic black and then 2 sheets of the Whisper White. And then we're going to use this along with this for our bag. Okay, so I'm going to set that aside. Let's go ahead and cut for the base of our card, which is the crushed curry. Again, I'm just going to cut this at 5 1/2. So that's 2 cards. And 8. We're going to score those in just a minute. We're going to set them aside for now. We're going to add them to our Designer Series paper. And then we're going to cut our black piece. That measures 4 1/2 by 3 1/2, and we need 8 of those. So I'm going to cut this at 4 1/2 and 4 1/2. Scrap. 4 1/2 and 4 1/2. So now we're going to cut these down to measure 3 1/2. Okay, so here's all 8 pieces of the basic black that measures 4 1/2 by 3 1/2. Now we need to cut our white pieces, and those measure 4 1/4 by 3 1/4. So I'm going to cut this at 4 1/4, and then 3 1/4. Okay, so here's all of our white pieces that measure 4 1/4 by 3 1/4. So we've got all the layers to our card. The only thing that we don't have cut is the little flower here. We'll show that in just a minute. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and stamp this image on the bottom area of our white. And then while that's drying, we'll score our cardstock, okay? So I've got the Pieces and Patterns stamp set. That is this one right here. Basic black ink. I just want to make sure that my image is straight. Okay, just going to place this here. I'm going to score it at 4 1/4. I'm going to just fold these over to form the card base. These have dried, so now what I'm going to do is take my crushed curry marker and I'm going to color the wild. And did I mess that one up? Let's see. No, that's just some fuzz on there. So I'm going to color these off camera. I'll color one on camera, then I'm going to pause the video and do that. I could fast forward, but that is just such a large video file. So here goes my coloring of one. Plus, if I do it off camera, I can look at it really closely. Okay, now let's go ahead and add our Designer Series paper. I love the other side of this paper too. So this is going to go up here. Then we're going to take the crushed curry mini chevron ribbon. I believe that's the name of it. I'm just going to make one of these on camera and then I'll do the rest of them off camera just to save a little bit of time. Parts of this video I will fast forward and then the other parts I will not. So now I'm just going to slide it down here. Get my scissors. Isn't that so cute? And then for our little flower, I'm using the Tree Builder Punch. And this little teeny tiny flower right there is perfect for our new glitter enamel dots. So we need 8 of those. There's 3. See, just like that. I want to make sure that the ribbon covers up the edge of that cardstock. I'm being a little generous with my adhesive today. I did get black ink right there, didn't I? Okay, now we're going to add the flower, and we're just going to use a glue dot. This piece we're going to attach to the crushed curry with dimensionals. I'm adding 4, 1 on each corner and then 1 in the middle. And here's my card. And we're going to add it just like that. Now, someone asked me probably months ago, it's been a while since I've done one of these Simply One sheets, what do I do with my cards when I make them? You know what? This is actually going to be my downline birthday card. So my Chicks Paper Ink downline members, I'm going to use these cards. I think they're very cute. Now, the final step for the card is going to be these amazing glitter enamel dots. And I'm just going to use my paper piercer and pick up 1. And I just want to make sure that I stick it right in the middle because, man, that adhesive is super strong and you won't be able to move it without demolishing your project. Okay, so what I'm going to do is finish coloring and I'll be back in just a minute, okay? Now, here's our 12 by 6 piece of Designer Series paper. We're going to place it here on the Simply Scored scoring tool. And again, it's been a while since you've seen it, but here it is right here. So we're going to score it on the portrait side, which is the 6-inch side, at 2 inches. And then we're going to turn it on the 12-inch side, and we're going to score it at 1 inch, 3 3/4, 6 1/2, and 9 1/4. We're going to fold it on all the score lines. that's all of them. Now let's take our scissors. In this section right here, we're just going to remove and just angle cut these. Don't forget the inspiration sheet with the template for this bag and for the cards will be on my website. It is free. Now what we're going to do is put adhesive on this part right here. That's going to be the back of my bag. So then this piece right here is the bottom of the front of my bag. So I'm going to put adhesive here and here. Now if you're going to put something heavy in here, you might want to consider using crushed curry cardstock, the solid cardstock, instead of the Designer Series paper. And then you could just cover the cardstock with this DSP. Now all you're going to do, see, that's the back, just like I just said. So you're just going to squeeze, just like that. And I am actually going to use our discontinued stapler. You can use any stapler you have in your possession. They all work. And then I'm going to take one of our doilies. I love these things. You just want to make sure that you don't staple it in the middle, because if you do, then you won't be able to use your hole punch. I'm using the 1/8 circle punch, and I still need the crushed curry cardstock. So you need a piece that measures 1 15/16 by 3 7/8. This is crushed curry, and you're going to take the Banner triple punch, and you just want to flag the end. I'm going to add this right here, just like that, and I'm going to come back over and repunch so that it's not going through a whole bunch of layers, okay? And then I'm going to take the crushed curry mini chevron. You can glue this down if you want to. It doesn't have to be. Okay, I have some pretty awesome giveaways that I'm going to be announcing on my blog this week. So make sure you check back on June 1st, June 2nd on my website, okay? Now we're going to take the linen thread and just tie a bow. This stamp set comes with an image that also says "Why thank you" instead of "Wild About You." So if you don't care for the "Wild About You," which I like it, I think it's funny, and I think that you can use it for anyone that you're close to. Okay, that part's done. Now, scrap piece of white. We're going to be doing the same thing. We're going to stamp our image and then color it with the crushed curry marker. But we're going to cut this out with the layering. No, what are we cutting it out with? We're cutting it out with the stitch shaped framelits. This one measures, I'll make sure it's on the screen. I believe it's 2 3/8 because this is 2 1/2. So yeah, this is 2 3/8. I'm going to get the Big Shot and I'll be right back. Okay, so here's the Big Shot, magnetic platform, cutting pad. I went ahead and colored my image while I was getting the Big Shot, so that's all ready. Again, I'm cutting it out with the stitch-shaped framelit. Uh-oh, I completely forgot about my cardstock there. Now we're going to take the Dazzling Diamonds cardstock and cut out this 2 1/2 inch scallop circle. Okay, so here's my pieces. We're going to take our little flower here. I think I have like one good glue dot left. Add it down there. This is just going to get attached with regular adhesive. Now I'm going to take dimensionals. Okay, so then now I'm just going to take the backing off of this, and we're going to add it right here. And then the final step is we want to take the paper piercer and add our little glitter enamel. These are on back order, but they will be back in stock in a few weeks. Okay, so here's our bag. Isn't it cute? And then all 8 cards. Okay, so if you have any questions, let me know. Thanks a lot. Have a great day. Bye.